So whenever possible, I try to provide information directly from the source. What are you going to do with that information? That's entirely up to you.
Today, the Supreme Court of the United States expressly took away the constitutional right from the American people. I hear you. I support you. I stand with you. With this decision, the conservative majority of the Supreme Court shows how extreme it is.
Now, I'm not going to tell you that he's lying. I'm going to let Joe himself showing you that he's lying. The video clips you just saw was from part 1. So please make sure to go ahead and watch that first, because in this video, we'll be continuing right from where we left off in part 1. Besides, who in their right mind would not want to see more of the leader, at least in title, of the free world? Welcome back. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, like, and share this video. Now, continuing with what Joe sees as one of the greatest threats of our freedoms, and for reasons mentioned in part 1, our constitutional rights, we will start with this.
Some states are saying that they'll try to ban or severely restrict access to these medications. But extremist governors and state legislators are looking to block the mail, or search a person's medicine cabinet, or control a woman's actions by tracking data on her apps she uses are wrong and extreme and out of touch.
Make sure to like your medicine cabinets. They might be coming for your prescriptions. You know, Joe had zero issues when everything he just mentioned in that video clip you just saw, data, personal information, was in full effect during the COVID passports, actually required by some states to even keep a job and put food on your table. But apparently, that particular government overreach or abuse, because at the end of the day, that's what it really was, it was acceptable because it was meant to save lives. Kind of like the abortions. Moving on.
This landmark case protected a woman's right to choose, her right to make intensely personal decisions with her doctor, free from the interference of politics.
Pay attention, notice, he said free from political interference. Are you sure, Joe? How about you say it one more time to make sure everybody's on the same page?
And the politicians cannot interfere in the decisions that should be made between a woman and her doctor.
Did you guys get that? Politics have no place in such important, private, and personal decisions, and government should not interfere. But in typical Joe Biden fashion, here's Joe a few minutes after he made those statements.
Elect more state leaders to protect this right at the local level. We need to restore the protections of Roe as law of the land. We need to elect officials who will do that.
Wait a minute.
And if Congress, as it appears, lacks the votes to do that now, voters need to make their voices heard. This fall, we must elect more senators and representatives who will codify women's right to choose into federal law once again.
Come again, Joe?
But Congress must act. And with your vote, you can act. You can have the final word.
I'm going to have to describe what Joe just did with Joe's own words. You two-faced lying pony soldier, you. I mean, for someone that advocates that government and politics have no place in such matters, he sure does bring politics and government a lot into this. And the sheep will flock. It is unfortunate that so many think that Biden actually gives a damn about whatever issues we're facing as a nation right now. And if I say he's doing it to get the votes, a lot of people might think, you know what, it's my bias that makes me say that. So once again, I'm going to let Joe himself tell you he's doing it for the votes.
This fall, Roe is on the ballot. Personal freedoms are on the ballot. The right to privacy, liberty, equality, they're all on the ballot.
According to Joe, the only thing that is in the ballot this fall is the votes that might bring him a win. Nothing else matters to him and his administration, as their actions have proven to be the exact reason why our forefathers put in the Constitution against all enemy, foreign and domestic. But let me tell you, what is in the ballot this fall is all this mayhem that we're living in, and this administration has created, and it has affected the entire world. That's what's in the ballot this fall. It's part of a politician's job to ensure that they get the votes, even if it means that sometimes they have to skew the truth a little bit, or even lie up to a certain extent. They all do it, let's be honest. Our job is to make sure we can see through that. It's very rare to find Joe being right on something, but he's right when he says we do have the final word. Just make sure that that final word is based on stuff that you lived, stuff that you experienced. Where are you going to see yourself in the future? And what would you want to leave behind for generations to come? Not what I tell you, or not what the news media tells you, or not what you encounter on some social media sites and all this kind of stuff. They say the definition of insanity is to be doing the exact same thing and expecting a different result. So if your decisions are based on the same things that were based back in 2020, don't be surprised if you're going to be remaining in this particular mayhem. So look around you, know what you want, and then go with your final word to the ballot and cast your vote. It doesn't matter who is it for. Right or wrong, at least it stems from you. And not because I said so, or some other politician said so, or some actor or some kind of important person with a doctrine or some bullshit said so. Until we fix that, we cannot escape this mayhem, we cannot escape this mess that we're in. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. Until next time, God bless us all.